So now when we move ahead for the Heat versus Knicks series, I don't think anybody predicted this one. I had Cavs Bucks. This one's gonna be a doozy, hopefully. And just with how I was silenced of Jimmy Butler showing up and being the man, the myth, the legend, Jimmy Butler, and how well Jalen's doing over there in New York, I'm very, very curious to see how this series will go. It's easy for me to be like, oh, Heat are going to get it done in 5. They got rid of the Bucks in 5. But you know what? With how well and how quick both of these teams were able to eliminate the Cavs and the Bucks, where they both, went up early 3-1 in those series and closed it out in Game 5. Knicks Heat, I feel like this is a developing story where this could turn into another fun rivalry in the NBA. The Heat are, it's an over dramatic way of saying that the Heat are the bad boy Pistons, because they're not, but they're just that scrappy underdog team, and it might go to 7 games. Which, who knows? This series, because of the fashion on how these teams have gotten here, Heat run through Jimmy Butler. Period, end of story. There's no, Kyle Lowry's going to show up, or Kevin Love's going to show up, or on the other side with the Knicks, where I can see it being run through the tandem of Barrett and Brunson. But, if Heat are able to stop Barrett on defense and it's solely Brunson, you don't know. Now, it is a team sport, obviously, but it'll be interesting to see. Gosh, this series honestly could go back and forth, like 1-1. I'll say Heat in 6, and the Heat in 6. Why? Due to, I think Knicks will win Game 1, or they don't win Game 1, and the Heat win Game 1, and then the series will head back to Miami 1-1, whether the Knicks win Game 1 or the Heat win Game 1. The Heat in Games 3 and 4. Just because it's in Miami and the Heat play a lot better at home, just like the Warriors. This is where I think the Heat can get 2 in a row. Now the question is, if the Knicks sneak out a win in Game 4 and they go back to Madison Square Garden with the series tied at 2 apiece, very interesting. Like, I could see the Knicks going up 3-2 in the series, after Game 5. But there's so many outcomes. But I'll have Miami win Game 1. Brunson and the Knicks will settle the storm, make it 1-1, going back to Miami. Miami will win Game 3 and Game 4, take a 3-1 series lead, back to Madison Square Garden, and then in Madison Square Garden, on the brink of elimination, Brunson shows up. Knicks, fend off elimination. They win that game, so the series is 3-2, headed back to Miami. Jimmy Butler, he's carried this team this far. Jimmy Buckets shows up and he has a Game 6 moment, and then he move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. I slept on him, and so I'm not sleeping on him again. These playoffs, they're good so far, and so I thank you for listening to me ramble this long, and I will try to catch you in the next video. Peace.